Today we'll be looking at our second core competency, creative thinking. Creative thinking involves coming up with new ideas and concepts that have value to yourself or others, and developing these and concepts from just a thought in your head into reality, or an actual creation in your hands, whether it's something you've written, something you've made, something you've communicated in some way. So there are 3 different components to creative thinking. The first one is novelty and value. So novelty has to do with something being new, and then value, as we know, is kind of the value that it has. So some sample I statements or ways that you can do this are: I get ideas when I play. My ideas are fun and make me happy, right? So are you able to come up with creative ideas? I can get new ideas or build on others' ideas to create new things within the constraints of a form, a problem, or materials. So it's not just that you can create your own ideas out of nothing, but that you could also build off of other people's ideas. Sometimes that's an easier place to start. And that you can create things with kind of the requirements of, here's the form. It has to be a poster. It has to be this, or a problem. Here's the problem you're solving, or specific materials. I generate new ideas as I pursue my interests. So do you come up with new ideas as you learn about what you're interested in? I get ideas that are new to my peers, so something that your classmates didn't already know. And I can develop a body of creative work over time in an area I'm interested in or passionate about. So this might not even be in school. Maybe you've done a whole series of drawings and you've got a sketchbook or a series of images that you have created. The second characteristic is generating ideas. So I get ideas when I use my senses to explore. So that could be your 5 senses, right? I build on others' ideas and add new ideas of my own, or I combine other people's ideas in new ways to create new things or solve straightforward problems. So it's not just about coming up with your own ideas, but it could be a collaborative process where you're working with a group, or you're combining other people's ideas. I deliberately learn a lot about something by doing research, talking to others, or practicing, so that I'm able to generate new ideas, or ideas just pop into my head. Maybe there's something that you've gone and learned about even though you haven't been asked to. Or you could deliberately learn about something because you had to for your inquiry project. I have deliberate strategies for quieting my conscious mind. Walking away for a while, doing something relaxing, being deliberately playful so that I can be more creative. Sometimes we need a break. When you've hit a block, you need to step away and have a way of dealing with that so that you can come back with some fresh ideas and fresh perspectives. I have interests and passions that I pursue over time. So is there a set of skills that you've been working to develop? Remember, it takes 10,000 hours to become a master at something. Is there something that you're working towards those 10,000 hours with? The final area that we'll look at is developing ideas. So I make my ideas work, or I change what I'm doing. When we were working on our Halloween projects, you might have had to change things around. You couldn't just stay with the original plan that you had. I can usually make my ideas work within the constraints of a given form, problem, or materials if I keep playing with them. So if you've been given, here's your requirements, you can't go outside this box, can you play around in that box to make it work? I build the skills I need to make my ideas work and usually succeed even if it takes a few tries. We learn more from failure than from success, right? And there is no one who achieves real big success without failure. So are you able to kind of keep trying and push through? I use my experiences with various steps and attempts to direct my future work. So do you use your past learning to help you see how you could continue? And the last one is, I can persevere over years if necessary to develop my ideas. I expect ambiguity, failure, and setbacks and use them to advance my thinking. And I think this statement is really powerful, that I expect ambiguity. So ambiguity means things aren't really clear. You expect failure and you expect setbacks. And this is not like a sad story when these happen. You use them to advance your thinking and to grow in your process of learning. which is really this power of yet and growth mindset that you've learned about over the last few years. Your 4 prompts for creative thinking, so you just have to choose one of these to reflect on, are: what strategies do you use when you want to generate ideas, and how do you develop your ideas? Talk about something you designed. If you did it all over again, what adjustments would you make? What helps you get new ideas? And describe the environment you like to be in when you're coming up with new ideas. So these do not have to be things that took place in school, but it should be things that have taken place over the grade 7 year. Remember that you can choose whatever format you would like to put your reflection. So you could create a poster, write a paragraph, make a little movie, whatever you would like. But if you're writing, it should be at least 1 paragraph, so 5 sentences. So then whatever else you make should be equivalent to that in terms of content, right? So your video should contain at least a paragraph's worth of information or reflection, or your poster should convey at least a paragraph's worth of your ideas.